Hello everybody, Martin here doing another magic video. I was going to say legacy, but it is not legacy. As you can see, it is vintage. So yeah, I've decided to just try and have some fun and play a bit of vintage, and I've decided to play Doomsday. Now this list is one that I have pretty much just lifted from some players I've seen do well with it online. I've made a couple of adjustments, not to belittle their success at all, but just because there were some cards I really wanted to play with. Namely, I wanted a Fast Bond in the main deck, because that's like one of my all-time favorite cards. Fast Bond with Gush is just really ridiculous. I wanted a Misdirection in there, and I also just felt like Vampiric Tutor was just, yeah, a slam dunk. So those three kind of replace 3 Preordain, because, you know, who said anything about square pegs and square holes? So I've just jammed replacement style. But so yeah, just a bit about the deck. It is a combo deck that primarily will try to win through Doomsday, but will occasionally just win through a Tendrils of Agony, resolve through, say, Yawgmoth's Will. And that is also to say that the Doomsday kill condition usually involves Laboratory Maniac, who is hiding out here. So unlike in Legacy, the Doomsday pile is a little bit more forgiving. That was a weird way to put it. Like in Legacy, we don't get Black Lotus, we don't get Ancestral Recall and Gush to sort of abuse, which means that, you know, getting to win with Laboratory Maniac after Doomsday is a little bit tougher. Here, a typical pile would be something like a Black Lotus, an Ancestral Recall, maybe a Gush, get the Lab Man there, and like the Yawgmoth's Will, and we would basically make it so that we still have to find a way to draw the first card, which could be like one of our probes that we're playing, or yeah, any of the other cantrips, or like a Gush. I think a lot of time it will be the Gush. So we'll draw either 1 or 2 of these cards, and we'll get to Ancestral Recall. We'll draw the Lotus, the Gush, and the Labman, and we'll play the Labman with the Lotus, and we'll Gush for the win con. Gush can also be like there are a number of ways to do it. Like we could, if we had another draw effect, like a probe, we can then probe into the Yawgwill, or just pass the turn, draw the Yawgwill, play it, replay the Lotus and the Labman, and win that way. So Yawgwill here is basically just like a failsafe. So yeah, and the cool thing about this deck also is it gets to run like a ton of counter spells, like the 4/4s, of course, got a Misdirection, got a like triple Flusterstorm, and then we got the quad Mental Misstep, and this card is just a pain in the ass, to put it bluntly. Having mainly played Legacy, I haven't had the displeasure of playing in a format where these are legal in 4/ofs. It's a really good card. What can I say? Basically means that no 1-drop is ever safe, and yeah, we get to run 4, so that's nice. We're running 2 Duress, and this might come as like be a bit of an oddball, like to have the 1 Dark Ritual. I haven't been too adventurous with this, like copying this list, or and I don't know. I mean, as you'll see, we have the remaining 3 Dark Ritual in the sideboard, along with a couple of Dark Petitions. So that is for when we want to just like be really like a bit faster with our combo. But I don't know. I would love to play the like full set of Dark Rituals here, but I'm giving this sort of this iteration of the deck a good whirl before I change anything too dramatic. And yeah, with that, let's have a look at the sideboard. So, oops. So we've got our Dark Rituals and Dark Petition, like I mentioned, to sort of ramp up the combo speed. I think this is primarily for for when we're playing other combo decks, maybe, but then also I guess workshops, because we want to be faster. I could be completely wrong. I'm not sure. Maybe there isn't room against workshops to bring in this sort of stuff, but basically like decks that don't run counter spells, I guess, would be my inclination. Is where we want to load up on those kinds of cards. So yeah, yeah, so that's that. I got the Hurdles recalls for workshops. The vintage version of Mud, which is just like a lot better than Mud. Nature's Claim also works in that matchup, but it's just also like a catch-all for the nasty enchantments and artifacts. I think like Oath of Druids, probably we want this against that deck. Yeah, and we need something against Dredge, so if I've gone with 4 ley lines, it could be anything else, I guess. And I got a Singleton Massacre, I'm not really sure about that. The Humans deck, there was like a 5-color Humans deck that won, jeez, I forget which one, like some big vintage paper tournament. And having 1 Massacre is probably not even close to being enough. And I don't know if that deck is popular online, but I guess we'll find out. But yeah, that's kind of it. So I will try and get some games in.